Moin und herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge von Another Code, Recollection. Und einen schönen Ostersonntag wünsche ich euch dabei noch. Ja, es kommt mir wirklich so vor, als wäre das jetzt einfach eine totale Länge jetzt gewesen, weil irgendwie hatte ich wirklich gedacht, es wären nur noch so 1 bis 2 Folgen, aber ich hatte nicht die Erinnerung gehabt, dass es zu lange ist. Aber vielleicht liegt es auch daran, weil ich Another Code die Suche nach den verborgenen Erinnerungen, dass es halt so viele Jahre dahinter liegt und ich es einfach nur einmal durchgespielt habe und danach nie mehr wieder. Es wird wahrscheinlich auch hier der Fall sein, dass ich das dann nie mehr wieder spielen werde. Wobei vielleicht einmal noch so Schnelldurchlauf. Oh, die Sonne kommt hier. Oh. Das sieht schon etwas schön aus.
What is this place?
It's the lake's spring. Not many people know about it. According to Dan, it's the source of Lake Juliet.
It all comes from here?
Yep. The whole lake wells out from this one point. It's also responsible for keeping it clean. Lake Juliet's been polluted a number of times, but the spring always restores its waters.
So even the current pollution will be cleaned up soon?
As long as the spring holds out.
That must be why Judd chose to put Ryan's grave here. The spring restores it all.
Und was sehen wir da auch? Eine Kamera.
Pretty.
Quelle? Was für eine schöne Quelle. Ist das der Ursprung von Lake Juliet? Achso, und ich kann da nicht hin. Ach, ich muss jetzt da außen rumlaufen. Ich glaube schon, ne? Ja, ich muss außen rum. Okay. Oh, ich finde der Wasserfall. Klar, es ist nicht unbedingt grafisch so eine richtige Megabombe. Aber so man muss sich vorstellen, das war halt ein Spiel damals für die Wii. Und ich meine, gut, es wurde wahrscheinlich sowieso ein bisschen aufpoliert, aber es war für ein Wii-Spiel noch relativ ganz gut gewesen, ne? Ich würde sagen, ganz cool, aber nee. Aber man sieht, hier ist auch so ein externes Another. Und deswegen... Oh, was ist... Oh, das ist dieses... Wie heißt das? Da liegt dieses eine Teil, was Ryan doch erwähnt hatte, da dieses Kaleidoskop-Dings da, Bumster, Dingenskirchen. Ich hab's ja vergessen, wie es hieß.
So your mom brought you here 13 years ago.
I think this will be the last time I come here, Ryan. Judd left his most precious possession with you. So I'll leave mine here too.
I remember what she said.
So, was steht denn drauf auf dem Grab? Born an angel, you make me whole. Gone too soon, you leave me hollow. Also warte, also geboren als Engel? You make me whole. Whole heißt es nicht Loch? Nee. Was heißt denn whole? Ich weiß es nicht. Aber das sieht man, der war 12 Jahre nur alt, der Ryan. Und 1992, das heißt, Ashley war 1 Jahr alt, wo er gestorben ist. Also wahrscheinlich war Ashley, ich sage jetzt mal, mit 2 Jahren vielleicht dort. Mit 2? Ja, eigentlich mit 2 Jahren war sie dort. Vielleicht sogar eigentlich schon kurz bevor sie 3 Jahre geworden ist. Dann ist das ja alles passiert mit Sayokos Tod und dem allen drum und dran.
She said Judd left his most precious possession here.
Let's take a look around.
Oh, kann ich das vielleicht lesen? Ah, warte doch, jetzt hat auf den Grabstein eine Inschrift. Ryan Fitzegra.
Ryan
Ja?
was only 12 when he died. I've seen this before.
Das ist echt heftig, wenn du mit 12 Jahren, das heißt 12 Jahren, das bedeutet, du hast gerade mal die Grundschule abgeschlossen. Das ist halt schon richtig heftig.
Looking through this always made Sayoko miss Japan.
Dad,
What is it?
check it out. Ryan's mom gave him this kaleidoscope. He told me when we were talking at the cottage, he said he had to undergo treatments as a kid. That's when he would give it to Mom for safekeeping.
Undergoing treatment must have been what Judd called erasing his memories.
And because of that, Ryan died. Mom must have come here to return it. That's why she was here 13 years ago.
Der Grabstein ist oben mit einer Kirschblüte verziert. Oh! Deswegen Japan.
What's this?
Auf den Grabstein sind Steinkacheln mit eingravierten Buchstaben. Jetzt finden wir raus, was es wirklich
What's
heißt.
this say?
Du wurdest als Engel geboren und hast mein Leben erfüllt. Was? Okay, ja, born in an angel heißt ja irgendwie sowas als Engel geboren. You make me whole? Dann heißt wohl, you make me whole heißt es wohl, du hast mein Leben erfüllt. Du bist zu früh gegangen und hinterlässt Leere. Hollow heißt dann wahrscheinlich Leere, okay.
Judd dedicated this message to his son. Huh?
What's up?
It looks like there's some sort of trick to this gravestone. Are the stone tiles some sort of key?
A key?
Oh ne, jetzt schon wieder ein Rätsel, oder? Wahrscheinlich das Muster, oder? Oben auf dem Grabstein ist das Motiv einer Kirschblüte eingraviert. Ich habe eine Idee. Warte, ich nehme das Kaleidoskop wahrscheinlich.
Ah,
Dieses Kirschblütenmuster war auch auf dem Grabstein. Kann das Item drehen?
Huh.
Das Muster ändert sich, wenn ich es drehe. Ah. Love, oder?
oh.
Dieses Muster ergibt ein Wort. So, und jetzt muss ich dann bestimmt... Das Wort diesen Muster ist... So. Ah! Okay, ich kann so drehen. Ja. Bringt aber jetzt gerade nichts, oder? Ja, aber was soll es jetzt ergeben? Ja, weil es heißt Love und dann kann ich hier durchschauen. Schauen wir ganz kurz nach. Gibt es hier vielleicht irgendwie was, das ich erkennen kann? Ich wüsste jetzt nicht, was es ergibt. So, nee. Moment, zack, zack. Boah, ich begreife das jetzt beim besten Willen gerade nicht. Nee, ich weiß jetzt selber nicht. Warte. Den Grabstein ist der Satz, der mit einzelnen Stecker geschrieben ist.
Oh.
Ich wusste, dass da ein Mechanismus dahinter steckt.
Huh?
Kacheln nehmen wieder ihre Ausgangsposition ein, wenn ich 4 Buchstaben gedrückt habe. Ich sollte vorsichtig sein. Ein bestimmtes Wort muss der Schlüssel sein. Oh, warte. Lauf, oder? Ah! Oh, ein Anhänger.
It opened. Dad, check it out. There's a picture inside. Look at his smile. He looks so happy.
I never would have guessed. Judd stole Sayoko's memories, and yet what he cherished the most was the memory of his child.
Dad?
Hello, Ashley.
Ryan!
Ich würde mal sagen, der Vater ist gerade in Standby-Modus gewechselt.
You still remember me?
Of course I do.
When you and I met in the Another room, I attempted to delete the memory data you have of me. But it seems I never gained full access to your hippocampus.
Ja,
did
was
you
war
do to
nochmal
my
der
dad?
Hippocampus? Oh, Entschuldigung.
I have suspended his consciousness. It is only temporary. He will not perish. He is not required for our current discourse.
I think I finally understand, Ryan. You used the Another through security cameras. It's how you made me see you.
That's correct. What you see right now is only in your mind. This image is temporarily ingrained in your memory. I am currently manipulating your perception.
Ja, das wussten wir schon.
You took advantage of Sophia in the same way. But I'm not like her. I won't let you do whatever you want.
Interesting. Sayoko said the same thing to Judd.
Your life's work is to complete the Another. I will not allow you to squander your brilliance. Especially for something as foolish as family. I forbid it! Get back to work this instant! That's an order!
The Another is more than your precious research. I will not allow myself to be used.
Your eyes look so much like Sayoko's did back then. Ashley, why are you here? I don't understand.
I thought coming here would help me figure everything out.
What do you mean by everything?
My mom came to this island 13 years ago. I thought if I could remember that moment, it would all fall into place. I would understand why she came to Lake Juliet. Why the memory of my mother knew about you. Why you appeared to me and tried to revive her.
I see.
I want to know. I want to know the truth about you.
A drive for knowledge. I have always felt that too. Why was I born? What is my purpose?
What are you talking about?
I've never encountered someone like you. Someone who wished to know me. I understand. I will tell you the truth.
Oh, jetzt kommt die Wahrheit ins Licht.
Here lies Ryan Fitzgerald. And because he existed, I now exist. Judd's son. The Another's first ever test subject. Ryan lost his mother at a young age. This left a deep wound on his heart. He closed himself off, no longer allowing himself to feel. Judd wanted to heal that wound, thereby restoring his son's emotions. He attempted to do this with the Another, which was still just a prototype at the time. However, the experiment failed. Ryan was left paralyzed and later died. Ryan's memories were extracted during that experiment. They were recorded to liquid memory and stored in a tank in J.C. Valley's basement storage. And that tank containing liquid memory is where I was born. The first human to notice was your mother.
There's no mistaking. The stored memory data is changing. The liquid memory is producing new episodic recollections on its own?
I don't know how it happened. Sayoko referred to me as a conscious life form, born from Ryan's memory data.
Born from memory data?
The first thing I remember is the feeling of swimming through a sea of memories. The human memory is truly a fascinating thing. It starts with sense, and then there is information, and beyond that, knowledge. Each memory has a different emotion. Longing, loneliness, fear, regret, happiness. I am proof that Ryan was alive. I read his memory and I learned. And I slowly grew.
My mom never told Judd about you?
She reported her findings, but Judd quickly dismissed them. He said that self-propagation of memory data is impossible. He was exactly the person Ryan's memory made him out to be. A genius scientist willing to do anything to further his research, even sacrifice his own family. Self-righteous, refusing to hear anyone else's opinion. Unlike Sayoko, he never tried to understand me. Once she left, Judd would glance at the tank every so often. And then one day, he started talking to it. He said,
I'll find a way to revive you, Ryan.
He continued developing the Another alone. He also started a new experiment. An experiment to overwrite memories using the Another. Judd began writing Ryan's memory data onto other subjects. It was his attempt to revive his son. Carrying out these experiments required him to create many copies of Ryan's data. He extracted his test subjects' memories and accumulated them all into liquid memory.
Was his experiment successful?
It was not. It was impossible to complete the Another without Sayoko. The ability to overwrite memory never came to fruition. He abandoned its development and sealed up the lab housing the Another. And then, 6 years ago, a terrible storm tore through Lake Juliet. JC Valley lost power and the building was destroyed. The tanks storing liquid memory were damaged. They leaked into the lake. This was liquid memory that contained not only Ryan's memories, but many others. It became one with the water. So in a way, it felt like this lake had become my brain. Over time, I was able to access JC Valley's network. This, in turn, allowed me access to all sorts of information. That's when I learned of Sayoko's murder. I learned a lot from Judd's computer, including that it was Bill who killed Sayoko, and that whoever he was working for was connected to Judd.
What?
How could you? Why did you murder Sayoko? From the very start, the Another project was conducted in secret. Sayoko and I were handpicked by the lab's head to carry the project forward. You were just a researcher, a useful tool. We started making real progress. But then Sayoko betrayed us. You two stole our research, hid it in your home. So I gave Sayoko one more chance that night. I told her to return the research and return to the fold.
I see. So if Mom knew all this, is that why she tried to protect the Another?
Ashley, it wasn't until I learned of Sayoko's death that I finally understood the sorts of moments that can produce such strong emotions. I had never felt more. And yet, at that moment, all I felt was sadness. And all I wanted was to ask Judd, why did Sayoko have to die?
Did you ever meet Judd?
I did. He was in the process of developing the remote Another at the time. I infiltrated the system to gain access to him.
What are you?
Judd looked both surprised and confused when I appeared before him. He reached out to see if I was real, but he couldn't touch me. So he simply stared at me for a long while. And then I asked him, why did Sayoko have to die? He remained silent. He simply looked at me with an expression I couldn't interpret. So I asked him once more, why did Sayoko, the only person who knew me, have to die? He didn't answer my question. Instead, he muttered my name.
Ryan.
At last, he understood the nature of my existence. He looked at me with eyes that had grown old, and he trembled. What emotion do you suppose he was expressing?
Dad died, right? After learning about you?
Yes. Both Sayoko and Judd were gone. So no one else in the world knew of my existence. And yet, I continued to exist in this lake.
That sounds so lonely.
All this time, my mind was occupied with a single thought. Why do I exist? But I couldn't find an answer. After a while, I grew interested in the Another left behind by Sayoko and Judd. I wanted to complete it. I was the one Bill sent the Another's source code to.
No way.
Using that data, I was able to complete the prototype Another.
But why?
It was simply a task to prove I exist. I didn't have a specific goal beyond that. Dr. Robbins came to JC Valley. He started investigating things no one had looked into before. Do you know why he came here? Did he tell you?
I didn't know at first, but I do now.
Warum arbeitet Richard für JC Valley? Untersuchung der Verschmutzung. Vor 5 Jahren wurde Lake Juliet verunreinigt. Die Leute dachten, dass der Bau des Research dafür verantwortlich sei, aber Papa ist wohl hergekommen, um den wahren Grund dafür zu erfinden. Das Rust finden. Mama hat das Rust entwickelt, um der Wirkung des Another entgegenwirken zu können, falls es Another missbraucht werden würde. Papa ist hergekommen, um das Rust zu finden, das Mama hier zurückgelassen hat. Nee. Die Weile über Sayoko. Vor 13 Jahren war Mama am Lake Juliet, ohne Papa davon zu erzählen. Er ist hergekommen, um herauszufinden, warum sie hier war und was sie hier gemacht hat. Fertigstellung ist Another. Der Another-Prototyp wurde im Verborgenen bei JC Valley gelassen. Papa ist hergekommen, um ihn fertigzustellen. Michael finden. Als Cruise Resort vor 5 Jahren pleite ging, ist Matthews Vater Michael verschwunden. Papa hat bei JC Valley angefangen, um Matthew zu helfen, ihn zu finden. Also, warte, Fertigstellen stimmt zumindest nicht. Und Michael finden auch nicht. Das war ja dann ein wirklicher Hauptgrund. Das Rust finden, das hatte er ja uns ganz am Anfang gegeben. Also entweder die Wahrheit über Sayoko oder Untersuchung der Verschmutzung. Nein, warte, das stimmt nicht. Dann nur Wahrheit über Sayoko.
I need to find out why she was here. Because if I do, I think it will reveal the truth behind her death.
My dad wanted to know why my mom came here.
Weil alle anderen Sachen haben halt keinen Sinn ergeben. Meinetwegen Matthew, ja, kannte er ja nicht. Und dann auch über die Verschmutzung ja auch nicht, weil die Verschmutzung wollte ja eher der John rausfinden. Dann halt das Another herzustellen, das hätte keinen Sinn ergeben, weil dann hätte er das auf der Blood Edward Insel nicht zerstören wollen. Und das Rust, das haben wir ja direkt ja vom Vater ja bekommen. Also von daher macht einfach nur diese Antwort Sinn.
Ryan, we had no idea. We didn't know her memory data was inside her pendant.
I see.
But how did you know? How did you know about the pendant?
I was monitoring Rex's computer. He kept a journal on it. He wrote about hiring your father. He wrote, "Should I tell Richard about Sayoko's pendant?" When Dr. Robbins came to JC Valley, he was still seeking the truth of what happened to Sayoko. He found the data that Bill had sent. That's when he started piecing together the secrets around the Another and the secret lab. He began looking into the lake pollution too. He was close to figuring out that the pollution was liquid memory. It was around then I started to feel cornered. After all, the substance polluting the lake is me. I don't have much time left. I've come to understand this. If the lake is purified, cleansing itself of the liquid memory, I will disappear. In other words, I will die.
Oh no.
That's when Dr. Robbins invited you here. When you arrived at the campsite, you were wearing Sayoko's pendant. I wanted to see her. Just one last time. That pendant contains memories of Sayoko. And I'm sure they remember me. That's why I tried to use the Another and you. Sayoko, I wanted to revive her.
Entschuldigung, da war ich wieder was zu schnell.
But the RAS was her way of preventing that. She showed me the error of my ways. Using the Another to prove my existence was wrong. I know that now. That's it. That's everything. I wanted you to know. This is my truth.
Ryan? What's happening to you? Wait, are you trying to erase my memories of you?
You will forget me.
No, Ryan! That's... Ryan, look! Look at this!
Remember you.
It's a message from my mom. When you tried to write my mom's memories onto me, she told me something. She said a person can live forever as long as someone remembers them.
Sayoko.
Thank you, Ryan. Because you remember her, my mom lives on. And thanks to that, I got to see her.
Ashley, will you remember me? Even if I disappear.
Yes. I won't forget the person Mom discovered. I'll remember you forever.
Please. Show me the RAS again. Thank you, Sayoko. I can finally be at peace. Ashley?
Dad, Ryan disappeared. He touched the RAS and now he's gone.
What?
He told me about Mom. And why he appeared to me.
What did he say? Tell me everything.
After that, Dad and I took the boat back to JC Valley. He took me to his lab and I took a nap on his cot. He and Rex had a long conversation. Dad was with me when I woke up. He told me it's time to go home. We didn't talk much on the walk back to the cottage. We didn't need to tell each other what we were thinking. We just knew. We were thinking about Mom.
Honestly, you two. I had a funny feeling after our phone call yesterday. I got worried, so I came to make sure everything was all right. Only to find you two were out all night?
Well, it's just that, so much happened and...
For real, Jessica. It was a lot.
Well, go on.
It's all my fault. I got Ashley mixed up in a big mess.
Don't listen to him. It was my idea to go to that island. Dad kept me safe, Jessica.
And it's all thanks to Ashley that we learned about Sayoko.
At least you two are getting along.
Huh?
Aren't you glad you agreed to the trip?
Yeah, actually. I have so much to tell you, Jessica.
I can't wait to hear it all. When does the bus home arrive?
We still have a little time. I'm gonna go say bye to everyone.
Oh, one more thing. Can you return the keycard to the guest house? I've already checked us out.
Sure thing.
So, looks like you bought a ton of souvenirs, huh?
Yeah, they had some really cool stuff. I really feel like I bonded with Lake Juliet, you know? Everything just felt so special to me.
Oh, yeah. That's good to hear.
Ich glaube eher, er hat Angst vor der Rechnung, die jetzt auf ihn zukommt.
Dad, check this out.
That looks familiar.
Remember the keychain with the gate key to the Edward mansion?
That takes me back. This used to be the only kind of thing the guest house sold. Looks like they've expanded their options.
What do you think of the mascots?
I think they're pretty charming, actually.
Then you get one too. We can match.
That's a good idea. I'll pick one up.
Oh, wir können noch ein bisschen laufen. Ja, dann sind wir schon so gut wie am Ende jetzt angekommen. Also so gesehen ist es nur noch, wir müssen ins Gästehaus jetzt gehen, uns von den anderen verabschieden. Und das wäre dann auch alles erledigt. Oh. Alter. Oh, okay. Ich habe ja alles nicht mal geschaut. Ja gut, dann gehen wir jetzt ins... Ich würde sagen, ich würde jetzt halt dann noch, bevor ich ins Gästehaus, also ich werde dann in der nächsten Folge, werde ich noch die ganzen Updates noch hier lesen, die jetzt hier noch erschienen sind. Und dann werden wir uns mal auf den Weg zum Gästehaus machen und dann wahrscheinlich dann auch das Spiel beendet haben, denke ich mal, weil es ist auch so viel jetzt passiert, beziehungsweise jetzt, wenn man überlegt, wir waren jetzt auf der Insel und jetzt ist schon, sag mal, 40 Minuten vergangen, glaube ich. Irgendwie sowas im Dreh rum. Und es ist einfach nur so ein einziger Dialog halt gewesen, der so lange ist. Und ich muss ehrlich sagen, Ich fand es jetzt so ein bisschen traurig, was jetzt Brian angeht. Ja, ich habe auch ein bisschen geweint darüber. Okay, aber egal. Ich beende jetzt mal die Folge. Wenn euch die Folge gefallen hat, lasst es doch wie immer mit einem Like und einem Abo wissen und aktiviert auch unbedingt die Glocke, damit ihr keine weiteren Folgen verpassen werdet. Und damit wünsche ich euch noch einen wunderschönen Ostersonntag. Wir sehen uns dann in der nächsten Folge wieder. Bis dahin, haut rein und ciao, ciao.